All right, so I'm just going to give a brief overview and share my screen, and then you all can ask me questions at the end of it as they come up. So can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so this is just, a screen grab of our homepage. You may have seen it already, but there's some information in there. And I like this picture a lot because this is some of our students out on a hike. And, over the years, we know these students so well. So it's nice to see their faces. Some of them have graduated. But a lot of the information you need about our department is up on there. And you probably know we have 3 majors: environmental science, environmental sustainability, and earth science. And I can give you a bit of an overview of why you would major in each. Just roughly, earth science would be, we mostly created that for people who want to become teachers or have another major, although we have had some students who major in earth science, which is fine. And then environmental science is really, we gear it more towards a lab and doing research in a lab or like a consulting firm. And then environmental sustainability is really a growing field where we add more policy, business, and economics. They're all interdisciplinary fields, but they're geared a little differently. So we can talk more about that, excuse me, if you have any questions. But I did think that one of the best ways to tell you about our department is to show you what our seniors are up to. So this is a class that I'm teaching currently. This is our senior research class. And I'm just going to show you some of the projects that they're working on. So this is one group of students that are working in the lab. They took samples from trees and they're looking for pollution in tree rings. Like if they can see a difference between, say, the mid-1900s and more recently, and knowing about law and atmospheric circulation of pollution and looking at papers that have been previously published, we have a pretty good idea that they're going to find something, but they're actually interpreting their results right now. So we're excited to see what they find. And actually, all of these students are going to be presenting not this Monday, but next Monday. So if that's something you're interested in joining to see how our seniors, the questions and research that they're doing, I can certainly provide links for that. Okay, this is another group that is looking at water quality at Packanack Lake. So they're trying to see if they can make connections between land use around the lake and pollution in the water. So they've sampled maybe 14 different sites around Packanack Lake, and they're looking for patterns, but also they're comparing it to years past. So they're really excited about their project, just doing a super job. I have another group that is looking at how hurricanes are impacting forests in New York and New Jersey, coastal forests. So this is a maritime forest at Sandy Hook. These are holly trees. So I have students studying this for their senior research project. How are hurricanes damaging trees in maritime forests in Sandy Hook and Long Island? Hey, Luke, I see you just jumped on. Can you hear us? Just want to make sure. Well, we can't hear you, Luke, but hoping you can hear me and see my screen okay. All right, and this is a group that they took soil samples of different grasslands around New Jersey. They're trying to see what they can tell about grassland quality through testing in the lab, but also looking at different species that are within a grassland to see if that tells them something about the quality of the grasslands. And then just a couple pictures. you know, our department goals are obviously to give students lots of skills that will prepare them for jobs in the future, in the lab, or in presenting work and reading papers. But we do try and get students outside a lot. We do hiking groups, and this, let me just move this picture on the right, we have a student club called the Green League, and they're in their third year. They just are doing fantastic stuff. It's maybe about 70 or 80 students, but this is a community garden they planted on campus. But they do things like promote recycling, and they have, they've been doing Zoom movies and Zoom lectures about climate change and things like that. So really just a fantastic student group, very active. And just, you know, a little bit about where our students go once they graduate. So some of them go on to graduate school, but other students teach. I mentioned that. We have lots of students that work in labs, commercial labs, government agencies like the DEP or National Park Service, or different nonprofits around New Jersey. So these are just some of our students that have gone on to grad school or are working in research labs. Jess Geary, all the way on the right, is interested in land use and planning. So she's doing a master's degree. Yeah, so that's just a little bit of an overview of where our students are and what they're up to. So if you have any questions or anything you want me to talk more about, I'm happy to do that. So what kinds of things are you all interested in? Or what brought you to, are you all pretty sure that you want to go into environmental science or sustainability?
Most likely.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's an exciting field. It's very relevant, especially in New Jersey. There's a lot of need for people who are trained in these issues. And I think the job market post-graduation is pretty strong, though I don't know that you all are thinking about those things yet. I'm gonna just stop sharing for a second and stop recording. Let me see.